the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzin', what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it.
Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Hey, hi everybody. It's Revenge of the Sis. It's Thursday. It's a goddamn cauldron outside. We're here, we're queer, we're sweating.
It's so fun.
It is really fun.
But you know what else is fun? Virgie informed us right before we went live, and with the first donation by Sweaty Zeus for $10, suppressors are now non-NFA boys. Let's fucking go.
It passed the House. It's not law yet.
Yeah, but we have the Senate, right?
Yeah,
So,
that doesn't.
It's fine. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. I don't think anybody's going to be really fighting over the suppressor thing right now. We're fighting over too many things as it is.
Like for my right to party. SPLC investigator lost my investigator job at the SPLC. Something about U.S. aid cuts. Luckily, I got another gig right away. Well, what's your new gig? What's your new gig if you're not the investigator?
ADL investigator.
Oh man,
he got an upgrade.
Well, let's start with
this dumb bitch.
And straight to a Fox News alert, an investigation underway after two Israeli diplomats are killed in a shooting outside of the Capitol Jewish Museum in
Jason Bourne.
Can I just say something really quick? Hey, congratulations, guys. This is really going to help your cause. This is really going to help you pro-Palestine people. Way to go, guys.
Should we hit all the angles real quick that we're going to see? Let's do it. We're so good at this. Let's hit all the angles we're going to see online. Ready? One, obviously, the basic one, and the Mark Levin one. Anti-Semitism is on the rise, blah, 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 all that. Obviously, that's going to be one of them. The other one, clearly, Mossad killed their own people to set up more sympathy for the Palestine
Here we go.
thing.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be exhausting. You're all going to be exhausting again.
Yeah. I don't. Man. Me personally, I just think sometimes tragedies happen.
Well, that's why pencils have erasers, Virgie.
I know what Virgie's implying, and I'm not tinfoil hatting this. I just think that maybe.
No. I'm saying it just shit happens sometimes, bud.
There are a lot of crazy people that are getting very attracted to this whole fucking conflict, and these things are going to keep. Here's the problem, right? When you turn your stove on and you set it to high, And
stove out of all the things.
And
with this story,
I said stove.
What's the difference?
It's the top part.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We didn't think, I mean, Hitler didn't deep fry Jews. We're okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
We
say,
don't know that.
Mengele might have.
Okay, as far yeah, Mengele, but that he was doing his own thingala.
That's how we invented coconut shrimp. But anyway,
How Mengele got his groove back.
no.
Pepsi,
And
write
deep
it
fried
down.
Oreos.
All I'm saying is when you like, if you set your stove all the way to the fucking top setting, and you get a fucking pot and you fill it with water and you put it on that stove, eventually water is gonna boil. If you keep ramping up all this rhetoric, crazy people are just gonna start boiling over. So this is the result of that. Maybe everyone should cool out.
Maybe it's more than one thing, like some sort of cosmic gumbo.
Yeah. Maybe everybody should just worry about what America's doing. Not so much this stuff.
In D.C.
So the suspect who's in custody now could be heard shouting "Free Palestine" as he was being hauled away.
What a fucking asshole. What an animal. These people are fucking gross. Like, man.
Can you just
look,
set
man, we
yourself
all have-
on fire like the other guy?
We all have opinions and shit like that and all that stuff. Like, this shit's kind of, you're right, man. Like, listen, I do believe that.
The children are our future?
No. Have you seen them?
No. Yeah, that's not
Yo,
great.
Galaxy Gas. They are not our. They have no future.
Yeah, we're
First,
doomed.
they can't read.
Yeah, because all the galaxy gas.
Yeah. And the whole fucking not going to fucking playing Call of Duty instead of going to school for 2 years over Zoom.
Or it's like
I
Rice said,
changed
they're on
my-
Zoom hitting vape pens.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here. That's what I've
I changed my name in Tarkov to Galaxy Gash, and I've been getting compliments.
You're.
Galaxy gas.
I want to remind people that Virgie is a father. So I just of three. Yes, I know.
That's not that impressive. I've met fathers before. I'm not that scared that Virgie's a father.
But the bar is very low now.
No, they're all on Galaxy.
Galaxy Gas. Virgie doesn't touch the stuff.
No. Not in weeks.
That's been weeks. So yeah, this is like, I do believe that all this crazy talk and all this shit is really agitating people to do some pretty fucked up shit, dude.
Right, and by the way, didn't try to get away. Lucas Tomlinson is in Washington with the latest. Lucas.
Well, good morning, guys. The couple worked at the Israeli embassy in Washington and were shot and killed at the Capitol Jewish Museum, just a few blocks from the U.S. Capitol, by a gunman who, as Lawrence just said, yelled, "Free, free Palestine."
Well, you've said it twice.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Why are you so
The woman
shocked
who
at
took
that?
that video will be joining Fox and Friends later this morning. The victims.
I love the fact that this guy murdered two people, right? But then he's chanting "Free Palestine." This woman's like, "I'm fucking horrified. It's the most horrible thing I've ever seen." You're like, two people are dead. You're shocked at the chanting?
Are your own Lashinsky and Sarah Milgram. The embassy posted this photo of the couple who are supposed to be engaged.
Damn, dude, that's fucking sad, dude.
It's horrible,
That's
dude.
fucking gross. That shit's fucking gross, dude.
Calling them friends and
Yeah,
colleagues.
dude, I'm sure those two were making a lot of decisions. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
Yeah, these
Right.
two were
Right,
definitely
exactly.
responsible for the deaths of all these
Yeah,
people.
yeah, these are the ones. Yeah, these two 20-something-year-olds. You fucking assholes. This is
Dude,
how you
you
lose
mean that-
sympathy. This is how you lose sympathy. By the way, I want to point out, because, look, I'll be the first one to tell you, yeah, fucking Israel's doing some horrible shit, obviously, in Gaza. Yeah, no fucking shit. So's Hamas, by the way. But you're going to lose a lot of sympathy if you start doing this dumb shit, because now you're doing it here now. You're here now.
Yeah, right now the Overton window was pretty good
idiots.
for you guys, because a lot more normie level people are starting to question some of Israel's tactics. People are starting to have conversations about this sort of thing, and it's like productive. Like there's movement being made. There's productive conversations happening, and then you just fucking run in and scream Leroy Jenkins and start gunning people down. You're setting your own movement back there, bud.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. So, guys, you keep doing this. Is really going to help your cause. SPLC investigator said Royce, the new. By the way, SPLC investigator says that his new gig is Virgie's CIA handler. I just
Okay.
want to thank Virgie for helping us build a new list of suppressor owners and Nazis. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, bud.
Virgie has a handler before we do. That's some fucking bullshit.
In the words of Lucas R, I'll tell on all y'all for fucking dental, dog.
Is that the word of Lucas, or it sounds like the word of Charleston White?
Describe the shooter as a terrorist.
I'll throw you all under the bus for a dental plan. I don't give a fuck about none of these motherfuckers.
President Trump posting, these horrible D.C. killings, based obviously on anti-Semitism, must end now. Hatred and radicalism have no place in the USA. Condolences to the families of the victims. So sad that such things as this can happen. God bless you all. And here's Trump's Attorney General, Pam Bondi.
Oh, she's looking rough.
Yeah.
State, local, and federal agencies, and our great U.S. Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, who will be prosecuting this case, will be doing everything in our power to keep all citizens safe, especially tonight our Jewish community. We will follow the facts, we will follow the law, and this defendant, if charged, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu posting, my heart aches for the family.
Look, I feel bad for them. I don't need to see what you have to say because then it's gonna. Let's leave the story with us being sympathetic. I don't need that asshole fucking selling that up. Guys, our lawmakers are hard at work. This is a fun one.
House Republicans have passed the cornerstone bill to enact President Trump's agenda. The vote concluded just before 7 a.m. Eastern, and it was by a razor-thin margin.
Some would call it a cunt hair.
To the Senate.
They could say it if you have that accent. I think cunt is not as
It's
bad.
actually very distinguished when you say it.
Speaker Mike Johnson said he is confident it will be passed by the 4th of July.
We look forward to the Senate's timely consideration of this once-in-a-generation legislation. We stand ready to continue
Shut
our work
up.
together to deliver on the one big, beautiful bill, as President Trump named it himself. We're going to send that to his desk. We're going to get it there by Independence Day on July 4th, and we are going to celebrate a new golden age in America.
CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey Burns joins us now from
Man,
Capitol Hill
I don't
this
like
morning
any
with more.
legislation that gets passed that's more than 4 paragraphs long, and that shit was like 1,000 pages, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not reading that. Like, you got me, government. I'm not reading that.
They know how lazy we are, dude. They know we're not going to read that shit, dude. They know it, and they win. You know what, government? You win this round.
Can I illustrate to you guys just how serious the shooting is? Well, 6 a.m. today. Did you see the tweet from Kanye?
No.
I am done
no.
with. I am done.
Yeah,
with,
I did. Yeah, I
Kanye
did.
tweeted out this morning. I am done with anti-Semitism.
Who got to you, pussy? I guess Kanye didn't want to lose his job of 18 years.
Bro, bro, definitely.
God damn,
that was
Pezzy.
very funny. No, but definitely Kanye turned on the TV in some hotel all fucked up on nitrous and was like, okay, it's time to get off this ride. Is it? Can I get off this ride? Is it moving too fast now, or can I still get off?
I think he's doing like this, going like, hey, what up, Hove? I know it's been a while. Hey, man, I want like a new image. Like, I kind of want to change this whole crazy.
Hey,
shit.
Harley, what's up, dog? Yeah, Harley Pasternak, please. Yeah, tell him to call me back. It's Ye. I want to apologize for some things.
How
Oh,
funny
fuck.
would it be, though, if he cancels the album and just doesn't release any more of the tracks?
Virgie. The album already leaked, and all the proceeds have been donated to a Holocaust museum. So, I mean, what else is there enough to do?
In the first,
Well,
it's-
at least their gift shop's going to be fucking looking real nice.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. In the first ever historically recorded incident of a Jew stealing from a black artist, they took his fucking profits.
Also, kind of weird. I went to a Holocaust museum once, and there's a gift shop in the entrance and at the exit. It's really fucking weird.
That's fucked up.
Swally donated on Ko-Fi and said, my breastfeeding wife still can't get over Mercer's breastfeeding versus daddy dick milk argument. She doesn't disagree entirely, but thank you for bringing some joy into her life. She doesn't get much being married to me. Daddy dick milk. Scoop says, I'm related, but I prepared my 5 marmalade sandwiches for tonight's ROTC live stream. Let's go. marmalade sandwiches.
Yamish, good to see you.
Hi, good. Thanks for taking the question.
Sure.
The president showed a video that he said showed more than 1,000 burial sites of white South Africans that he said were murdered. We know that that was not true and that the video wasn't showing that. So I wonder, why did the president choose
What's
to show
not
that?
true, Yamish?
It's not true that the video was showing a burial site. It is unsubstantiated that that's the case.
No, it is true that that video showed the crosses that represent
what the president claimed.
the video showed images of crosses in South Africa about white farmers who have been killed and politically persecuted because of the color of their skin. And those crosses are representing their lives.
I'm just waiting for this girl to go. She's so sweet and conservative, and like, I'm just waiting for her to get hood one day. Like, bitch, I'm talking.
Representing their lives in the fact that they are now dead and their government did nothing about it. Are you disputing that there's no...
The video showed what the president claimed it showed because it did not show that. But even more, what I'm asking you is who at the White House...
No, it did show that. It showed white crosses representing people who have perished because of racial persecution.
Verifies the videos that the president shows, and what protocols are in place when there's unsubstantiated information being put out for the world and world leaders to
Yamish,
show?
what's unsubstantiated about the video? The video shows crosses that represent the dead bodies of people who were racially persecuted.
Why
by
is
their
this bitch
government.
fighting
In
on
fact,
this, dying on this
Press,
hill?
Of all places,
This
has
is
a
really
picture
dumb.
of
I don't
that
think
very
she
monument,
realizes
and the
that they're
caption from
symbolic.
The Associated Press is each cross marks a white farmer who has been killed in a farm murder. So it is substantiated, not just by that video and the
Nobody
physical
said it was a
evidence.
burial
No
site,
one
you
said
stupid
it, and we
bitch.
saw the video yesterday. What are you talking about?
Oh, now the left is angry about fictional burial sites.
Mm-hmm. Now.
Maybe we
Everybody
should
saw on
chill.
display in the Oval Office, but also by another outlet in this room, the Associated Press. So you should take it up with them if you believe the claim is unsubstantiated.
Can you please listen? I like you, Carolyn. I really do. I think you're doing a fantastic job. I need you to pepper in a little more sass. You're very assertive and you're good at standing up for yourself, but you're too polite, you're too well-spoken, and you're too squeaky clean. I need you to slip in every once in a while, like, it actually is substantiated. Just because it's not a burial site doesn't mean the crosses don't represent dumb farmers. So do me a favor, okay? And why don't you take your fucking next time, don't fucking overdose, take too many sips of dumb bitch juice before you come into my goddamn press conference.
Dumb bitch juice.
Next. I'd be like, all right, I like her.
Yeah.
Great to have you with us. I'm Joe Donlin.
And I'm Erica Sargent. We begin with breaking news. Federal agents arrest 2 men for a mass shooting in Chicago. One of those arrests happening on the East Coast.
Our Suzanne Lemonnier joins us now live from
Can
the
we
newsroom
start
with-
saying the phrase mass shooting, but like graded on a curve? Because I feel like every shooting in Chicago is a mass shooting.
Yeah.
So can we start like ranking a mass? I think that a mass shooting in Chicago or New York should require more casualties than, let's say, what would be considered a mass shooting in, like, Tampa or like
Right.
a smaller city, Ocala. I think, like, if you shoot 4 people in Ocala, that's a mass shooting. Shoot 4 people in Chicago, that's just like, that's one picnic on the weekend on a Saturday.
The breaking details, Suzanne.
Joe, Erica, it was a crime that shocked the Chicago Lawn neighborhood. Gunfire killed 3 people and injured 5 others at a birthday party inside a house there. Now, 5 months later, immigration authorities say they captured 2 gunmen. Red crime tape and blue police lights take over a normally quiet residential block.
It's a devastating tragedy that happened.
The alderwoman speaking for the community as a whole at the time.
There were just people who weren't used to that in that community and were really upset by the event.
And now today.
So, like, what pastors, like, get to do the little neck priest thing? Like, this guy's obviously not a priest. So, like, what
Catholics.
Okay, but I don't think this guy's... I mean...
You talking about the little white thing in the collar?
Yeah.
There are a lot of denominations that use that. Though.
Okay.
Like, a lot of... There are certain, like, Protestant Methodist denominations just wear that.
By the event.
And now today.
But I agree. I
Pastor
think
Donovan
only
Price
Catholics should be allowed.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a uniform,
To the news that these 2 men have been arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs
What?
Enforcement.
And it's good for the city. It's good for the morale of the city to see that tragic events like this in particular can come to a close, can be
But
solved.
the Chicago, didn't you guys like not want ICE, and you weren't like Chicago police not helping ICE? I remember that. I remember that, right?
That's the lefty politicians. These fucking regular, everyday black people in Chicago
Are like, get the
have
fuck outta
been
here.
Pretty fed up with this for a while.
Yeah.
Like we watched videos on this show of them bitching about Venezuelans and all the fuck. It's even leaked into normie videos. Like you know that I'm sure you've seen him before, the Arab guy that has like runs like the convenience store and he does like prank
Yes.
videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's seen that guy. Bro, I've seen some of his videos where like hood black people are bitching about Venezuelans in his little prank videos. It's like, dude, it's tense out there, bro.
Martinez Cermeño, picked up in January in Schaumburg. On the right, Ricardo Granadillo Padilla.
Granadillo?
Arrested in February in North Carolina. ICE says both were shooters at the Chicago Lawn House Party, and both are Venezuelan nationals that entered the country illegally.
Venezuela,
ICE is also
man. It's like
showing off this collection of weapons, ammo, and drugs.
Dude, Venezuelans
seized
are
from-
putting up like if crime were like sports, you would be saying like Venezuelans are putting up some sick numbers this year. Like it's crazy. Like I don't remember us bitching about Venezuelans when I was a kid, and now it's like a problem.
Can anyone? Are those for like anyone to have or?
Oh no! If you had that, you'd go to federal prison.
Oh, okay.
They put them in a bowl at a community center next to the condoms.
illegally. ICE is also showing off this collection of weapons, ammo, and drugs seized from Granadillo Padilla's home in Chicago.
Some of those are pretty cool.
Immigration officials claim these are members of the Tren de Aragua gang, encountered during the North Carolina operation that took place in February. ICE says they've arrested 16 additional gang members and people connected to the two gunmen in recent weeks.
And in this case, they were followed, and
I think you're right, man. This is a CBS story talking about ICE doing a good job. I think you might be right, where people are just like, we've had enough.
And hopefully that'll lead a message to other criminals who might have that same intent.
Both of the alleged gunmen
Yeah,
are
because
in
I think,
federal
Royce, you know what? I think it's because whenever you see the news and it has to do with this kind of shit, it's always South Chicago, and it's always where all the blacks are, right? You go just north of the bridge, it's Polish, Italians, Irish. You think they want any of these fucking people around? No.
Get ready for this one. This is great.
St. Louis
Oh my God.
Spencer placed the commissioner of the City Emergency
is
Management
wild.
Agency on leave.
Now, this is after tornado sirens did not go off before last week's deadly tornado in the city of St. Louis.
The commissioner did not set off the tornado alarms.
So you
That's
have-
one job, by
you
the way.
have,
It's
like,
one job.
dog.
Check this. Wait till you see. This is the reporter. Wait till you see the tornado commissioner. I just want to point out, just so we don't get in trouble, the former tornado commissioner, goes by they, them pronouns.
Oh, no.
John and Blair, good morning to both of you. We are learning more.
No, but look at how he leaned in to read the teleprompter too. For like, he's fucking zonked
He's
out.
drunk.
He's hammered.
John and Blair, good morning to both of you. We are learning more about that this morning. That announcement from the
Oh,
mayor.
no.
Wow.
If anyone showed up to work like this for me, I would send them home.
To both of you, we are learning more about that this morning. That announcement from the mayor's office coming.
This is what it sounded like when Mersh and Alex Stein were yelling at each other at Thirsty
You're
Bars.
you're
This is pretty
fucking
much it.
you're the fucking one wrong.
I've pretty much it, yeah.
From the mayor's office coming late last night. We are on the 4800 block of Enright, just
looks
by
nice.
Del Mar here. Firehouse
Yeah, of course. Look, that place has a skylight.
28 is right behind us.
Look.
This is where Mayor Spencer is set to hold a news conference later this morning on this issue. There is major damage.
Oh, yeah.
all
I guess there is.
around this area from the tornado, including this right next to the fire station. We can show you video of the City Emergency Management Commission.
There it is.
That is
Sarah Russell from a recent news
Whoa.
conference after the tornado. Mayor Spencer has now put Russell on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of a
Adam,
full
what the
external
fuck,
investigation
bro?
into the actions of Russell's.
Hold on, we got to. I think I have just a clip of Russell talking. Here you go.
The SEMA office is very small,
And the majority of the time, we work closer to business hours unless the need arises, such as what we're doing now, or special events. A lot of that work takes us out into the community, so we aren't necessarily in our office space at all times. We do have a very small staff. I have received reports of people that did hear it. I've heard from a lot of people that said they haven't heard it.
They never. Whatever, never set off.
Last Friday, the day of the tornado.
The top here.
Okay, this is it.
The top here at 5 changes amid more fallout from sirens
More,
not
okay, here we
sounding
go.
during Friday's tornado. Tonight, the person tasked with running that system is on leave. And the
Could you
city has
imagine that you have one job? Oh, you just make sure the alarm goes off when a tornado's coming, and then finally one night they're like, "There's a tornado coming. It's about to rip through downtown," and your reaction is,
You know who doesn't forget to turn on the tornado alarm?
Men.
Yeah, men.
multiple investigations to probe
It
even
was
more
sad
issues.
when this chick's wife died. She was good at crime books.
No, that's not
Patton
That's not Patton Oswalt.
Very good, though.
St. Louis's mayor says this is all about protecting your safety, whether you live in the city of St. Louis or you're a visitor.
First off, you live in St. Louis, you're not safe. Okay,
Mhm.
it's this here.
You're getting what you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
The siren failure continues to bring a flurry of changes.
At the same time, St. Louis's recovery is growing and
In St.
shifting.
Louis, the tornadoes shoot at each other with guns, with illegal guns with clock switches.
This evening,
Why
that
don't they make Nelly in charge of like the tornado alarm?
includes
I
federal
think
aid.
probably because of all the rapes.
Okay, what about all the St. Lunatics? Same answer? Probably same answer. I haven't looked
You know
that
where
up.
this is going.
Yeah.
Agents down here to assess the damage. Our Leah Hill is following along with them, and our Nathan Vickers and Caroline Hecker are detailing recovery efforts this evening.
All right, let's see what these hot St. Louis reporters look like.
Actually, the one on the bottom doesn't look too bad.
I'm telling you, it's going to be worse than you think.
Okay.
But let's see.
But our Team 4 coverage begins tonight with Shoshana Stahl breaking down changes.
Shoshana, your favorite, Pessy.
Sam Corey, today the city.
Oh, yeah, that's a
she
Shoshana.
looks like a Shoshana, baby.
Tested
That
its tornado
is a
sirens again
rabbi's
after no
daughter.
one pushed the button on Friday, and on Tuesday we learned the button at the fire department doesn't
See, guys,
work.
there's the Jewish women you're attracted to, and then there's the Jewish women that are attracted to you.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry. I just sorry. I cut something at the end. Let me hear what she just said.
Sam Corey, today the city tested
panics.
its tornado sirens again after no one pushed the button on Friday, and on Tuesday we learned the button at the fire department doesn't work.
What? It doesn't.
You never like test it out.
No, there's never been a tornado. Why would we test
In
it out?
St. Louis?
Mersh, not a single documented case. Why would we test the button?
Hold on.
It'll just make noise. It'll ruin my day. It's loud.
Well, so hold on. Not only did they forget to press the button because she said she never pressed the button, even if they would have pressed the button, it doesn't work.
So they could have been pressing the button for all we know.
Now, if I was a big lesbian, I'd be like, "Look who's off the hook."
Mm-hmm.
Mayor Spencer says this human failure and protocol failure never should have happened.
Ma'am, you look like the fake Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, I remember her name too.
Lena Hyena.
Lena Hyena.
We
Oh,
have systemic failure across so many systems.
Man, I'm figuring out all the failures. There's a lot of women that are involved in this process.
A lot of women.
Here.
Mayor Kara Spencer saying there is an internal investigation already underway, and there will also be an external investigation after the button to activate tornado sirens was never pushed on Friday. She released audio.
What a
Good-looking chick, huh?
Damn, what a baddie. Now, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the question. Do you think that they'll still let him make videos with the Costco guys? That's the Rizzler,
not-
right?
That isn't Rizzler.
That's the, hold on. However
That
they
is,
did-
can I just say, though, that is what Rizzler's going to look like in 15 years at his trial for some kind of felony homicide.
For disconnecting the tornado alarm.
I'm telling you, wait, mark my words, 15 years, 10, 15 years, Rizzler's going to be down on his luck living in Florida, and he's going to be a regular fixture in our newspapers.
Yeah, I'd be awesome.
It's going to be like real name, formerly known as viral sensation Rizzler, involved in another Key West altercation.
Hell yeah, that sounds fun.
From a call City Emergency Management Commissioner Sarah Russell made to dispatch before Friday's storm touched down.
Okay, you got the siren. Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you so much. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, bye-bye.
My takeaway was that the direction was not clear. It did not direct the person on the other end to press the fire button. And it's my understanding that...
But that also the button didn't work
No.
if it were to be pressed.
I don't like this at all, though, because, look, obviously that ugly, hideous monster that looks like a fat, white version of Lori Lightfoot, I would like to just see her fired, because looking at her, she's probably not good at her job.
Yeah.
But you could clearly hear in that phone call, she said, "You got the sirens?" And the lady went, "Yeah." That was the ugly lady talking to some black lady dispatcher.
Yeah.
And she said, "You got a tornado coming. It's looking like it's coming at 2:35. And she said, "Okay." And then she said, "You got the siren?" And she went, "Okay, yes, we do." So it almost sounds like she did is like delegate somebody to fire off the siren and they didn't do it.
that the button was not pushed.
Even if that call had been clear, the sirens never would have properly gone off anyway. On Tuesday, a test of the system showed that the button at the fire department doesn't work. The test was supposed to start at 3 p.m., and many in the city didn't report hearing the sirens until 3:17 or 3:18.
Well, it's a good thing a tornado's slow moving, so that would have been a big deal.
Yeah, dude. They take their time. They're known for that.
Mayor Spencer says part of the investigation is to see how long it hasn't worked for and if anyone was aware it was broken.
I have been shocked, and I remain shocked, and frankly a bit horrified by the issues in the system.
Shocked and horrified's the same thing, dude.
First Alert 4 found this audit from 2022 to 2023 of the City Emergency Management Agency. The city-run audit explains there was no formal policy and procedure manual, which, quote, can lead to problems understanding each other. On Sunday, First Alert 4 learned SEMA staff were at a workshop at the time of the storm and not at the SEMA office.
I'm telling
which
you
is where
right
one
now
of-
that I don't even know what their processes are for this, but it's the government, so it's probably convoluted and like overdone. Number one, this should be a button that certain city officials have that they could access from their phone and activate it remotely. We're in fucking 2025. If I could turn my lights on before I get home, then we should be able to activate a fucking tornado alarm, even if she was doing stuff on the streets remotely.
You don't even need an app. You just literally, all you need is to have that button be at either the fucking sheriff's department or a firehouse,
Yep.
something that's always fucking 24 hours
Yeah.
open. And then the person in charge should be able to call the fire department or the police station and go, sound the fucking alarm. Like, even the commissioner shouldn't have to drive an hour and a half in to go push a button. And you don't really need an app. You should be able to call the sheriff or the head fire chief and go, get that button pushed now. Done.
Fine, but the commissioner could have it, but it has to be like Batman, where like he lifts the head and there's a red button that he
Okay,
presses.
Can I
Let's have some style back in government too, guys.
I get it, but it's going to be expensive. The government's going to find a way for that to cost $36 million.
Right. And then also not do it.
And then also it won't work. And the button still won't work. You're like, fuck.
Well, you made the marble bust. Did you connect the button? That's what we forgot.
And now we can't go back in or we'll crack the marble.
Oh, well.
of 2 siren activation buttons are. We asked the mayor why.
Wait, Marsh. One was already at police headquarters.
Oh.
Police HQ already had one of the buttons.
Buttons are. We asked the mayor why was that the case.
We knew there was weather coming.
Much weather.
What was that?
We should have been at the button. Okay? And
Wait. You're worried if she's going to be okay?
I don't know why that decision was made. I don't agree with that decision.
The mayor did make it clear that the buttons at the fire department and in the SEMA office were both SEMA's responsibility
Ah, yes. The old pass the buck.
to maintain. That same city audit also found
Do
the
you
outdoor
understand that we used to have earthquakes, and tornadoes, and massive fires, and almost no government back in the day?
Yeah.
And we used to
Sure.
to handle these things infinitely better. Like, we would be better off with no government, We would be better off if all the locals just chipped a little bit of money into a collection plate for the town drunk who's up all night anyway to just sleep next to the button. And you know what? The town drunk will get up and go, oh, shit. Burn. Yeah, and literally, we all did this without you. When a fire broke out, we all stood in a straight line with buckets of water and we put the fire out. We didn't need to give the government trillions of dollars to not push a button that also doesn't work.
Wow, this story, even though it just seems like a little localized story, is really much just the government in general. Like, we give them all this money to do one job. They don't do the one job. And then not only did they not do it, there's like 3 failure points.
Literally, we're the world's biggest superpower. Yet, literally, the town of Deadwood functioned better than this in 1860.
They had a bell.
Yeah, that's it. You would just tell, hey, Tom, go ring the bell. I think a storm's coming. And everyone knew within 2 minutes.
Warning sirens to be
the most
inadequate.
accurate depiction of a government agency in television history was the show Get Smart.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, bro. The cone of silence thing was so stupid. It was so stupid.
Also found the outdoor
and Max insisted on it because it was policy.
Yeah, and it was over the dumbest conversations. Didn't even need it,
and
it never worked.
Maintain. That same city audit also found the outdoor warning sirens to be inadequate. The 2024 budget had $3.4 million.
Right. They're so old that the siren was just an old Nokia phone ringing. It was bidadoo-doo, bidadoo-doo, bidadoo-doo-doo.
No, it was actually had a ringtone, which nobody's used in like 20 years. It actually had "In the Club" by 50 Cent as a ringtone.
To replace the system. Mayor Spencer
You put cat party on my tornado warning now. You put cat party on it.
says it wasn't completed, but she's looking to expedite it now.
Well, they allocated $3.4 million to replace it. It was never completed. Now they're looking to expedite it. But here's the problem. How much you want to bet that $3.4 million doesn't exist anymore?
Now.
Shifting it to be a more automated system, removing the human error, and unfortunately that wasn't done yet.
Oh, yeah, but here's the thing, man. Listen, Mersh, can you give them a little bit of leeway, okay? These little tiny towns, these little tiny little cities, you know, these little fucking little tiny little bumps in the roads that are just like a gas station and maybe like a diner, like, you know, Virgie, how many people live in St. Louis? Well, it's got to be like maybe 1,000, 2,000 people. That's a tiny town. Can you tell me the population of St. Louis?
Perhaps more than that. Sorry. I had a little throwback for you guys.
How's it going? I liked it.
You know, I've actually been listening to old, like, for some reason it got into my old algorithm, but I've been listening to, like, the Master Poe era.
Oh, Master Poe is so great.
That guy ruled.
Yeah. FH should stand for fuck here.
He did a
That's so
1
good.
hour show on their Saturday night slot. Remember that one time? And he got a limo and brought like
He brought
40
prisoners.
people.
He brought prisoners. God, that was wild. That shit was wild back then. That shit was crazy. And what's the population of St. Louis, Virgie?
Oh, 269,000.
Oh.
Nice. Is that it?
It's actually a lot less than I was thinking, too.
I thought it was going to be like 1.5 million.
St. Louis has to have more than 296,000 people, bro. There's no way. There's no way. I don't believe you. I'm going to look it up.
269,000.
St. Louis.
269,259.
Well, now that you said it, I believe you. But
Well, because I said the specific
No,
number.
also because it came up when I Googled it too. I just didn't want to feel stupid. No, for real though, is anyone else shocked?
Oh, wow. It must be doing bad because in the 1950 census, they had 856,000 people. So I don't think it's...
Whoa!
There were more people in St. Louis in the 50s?
Yeah, I think it's one of those Detroit-type scenarios.
Okay, they're saying there's a 3 million in the metro area, if you count the outer St. Louis area, I guess. That
yeah,
seems...
well, we don't. So...
Yeah, I mean, New York would have like a gajillion people if you counted Long Island, but they don't.
Well, NNN says Nelly and the St. Lunatics left that, and everyone else moved with them.
Mm-hmm.
ZJ93, as someone who works in automation and sees this daily, she realized she fucked up and didn't sound the siren, thought they could be held accountable, and then went and ripped the wire out of the button. Oh.
Smart.
Mr. Jiminy says, I live in Granite City, about 20 minutes outside of St. Louis in Illinois. Our alarm went off, and we got hit by the same EF3 tornado that hit them. St. Louis officials fucked this one up. You live in Granite City?
That sounds made up.
Is that was it Granite City? Sounds fake. Let me look up what Granite City is.
It just starts playing the Flintstones song.
Dun,
Rick
dun,
rolled you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can I? Was Granite City originally a place where people mined granite?
Okay, hold on. The area was settled
No,
much
Merch, the
earlier.
people that live there don't take it for granted.
Bored? The area was settled. Yeah, the Granite City was founded because of, believe it or not, granite.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Man, I'm glad we looked that up.
Me too, man. You know what? The one thing about this show is that we do our facts, and that's very important to me, you know?
Gotta do your facts.
We don't want to look stupid like Shoshana over here. I don't know what she was.
Hey, stop it, guys. That's unfair. She doesn't look stupid. She looks ugly. It's pretty nice.
I think she'd rather look stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry then, ma'am.
My bad, Shosh.
Shush, the shush. What up, Shush?
Yeah, got my homegirl Shosh is coming by.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna get Shush. She has a wicked nana.
Shosh is throwing a house party, and she got into her parents' weed safe. It's gonna be fucking.
She's
killer.
ugly and her name's Shoshana, but we can all agree she probably sucks a mean dick.
We got drunk on her parents' Manischewitz that they had. It was fucking
Hell
awesome.
yeah, they never lock it away.
Girls that look like Shoshana will suck the fucking soul out of you, though.
And then you never have to marry them because you're not Jewish. That's actually really
their
works
parents
out.
won't even let it happen, even if the girl wants it to.
Yeah.
You can get away scot-free, and then she gets just more mad at her parents for it.
Then she'll keep having sex with you out of spite, but you're never gonna have to marry her.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Bert in Anoka.
Or as Mersh called, living in Miami.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
County is placing life-saving naloxone kits where you might not expect them.
Where?
Right inside your local library.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, this is
Yeah.
Narcan?
Yeah.
In the library.
They're putting them.
Well, I mean,
you
you
know,
might
like-
as well. That's where the junkies sleep anyway.
You know those like old newspaper like things where you used to be able to get like pamphlets of all the events that were happening in your town and shit like that. And now
Oh,
none
yeah,
of that
we used to
shit
call it
exists.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now they use those boxes to give out the cure for human garbage.
So it's just Narcan in the library. So basically, what you're
Yeah.
saying, a place where they keep being like, man, we got to really fix the local libraries. I mean, kids get back out to get really like take this and that. They're being
Yeah.
like, but also let's also put like some cheese in
What kind
there.
of cheese are we talking about?
Well, it's basically cheese when you have too much brie sometimes. Okay,
that's not fun.
Yeah, you got to take this, and you're just bringing you just have now junkies which already are prone to are going to be flocking to the library. That's great. Hey, don't bring your kids to the library, guys.
Kits where you might not expect them.
The library from the Ghostbusters is safer.
Right inside your local library.
We have 8 libraries throughout Anoka County, so whether you're up in the more rural part of Anoka County or southern in Columbia Heights, you're going to have.
She doesn't look like a Meisner to me.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you.
No,
I don't know
that's what I was thinking the same
Probably
thing.
husband.
Have access to that library, and the fact that it's right in the lobby area too, you can be completely anonymous.
This new effort is funded by Minnesota's opioid settlement.
So what they're doing is, and
What?
let me just tell you what they're doing. You know all those free newspaper boxes? They're just repurposing them.
Yeah, and remember libraries? They're just repurposing them.
Yeah.
Our allocation, and this is all.
That's good, though.
based
The
on
place where you
population,
used to bring your
was
kids
18
to, like,
million.
go to story time
No.
and have all these activities.
Well, there's still story time, but it's run by drag queens.
But now we're just going to put, like fucking free Narcan and needle exchanges right at the entrance. It's good.
Well, if the drag queens are already there, you might have to be a one-stop shop.
What a nightmare.
Publicly funded.
dollars in total, but that is spread out about 18 years. So approximately $1 million.
If you don't
per
let
year.
them use your tax dollars to build new safe injection sites, they're going to turn their facilities into them.
Funds must go directly towards addressing the opioid crisis. So county leaders formed a task force to figure out what would help most.
We had an opioid solution
An opioid final solution.
framework, all kind of coming together to find out, first of all, what really are the true needs of the community.
For Patty
Yeah, they need to not fucking keep giving them, not keep saving them.
Yeah, dude.
My opinion, they just need to keep stop doing that, and then eventually the problem will solve itself.
The county's opioid prevention specialist.
Yeah, we need to just
expanding
outlaw fucking Narcan.
naloxone access became a top priority.
That's been the thing I would run on if I ran for president. I would make Narcan illegal.
When I began in this role, we had only 5 naloxone access points in the entire county.
I would make
It should have been 0.
I would make all street drugs legal, fentanyl legal, Narcan's illegal.
I actually like that.
And let everything sort itself out.
And a naloxone access point is a place where anyone in the county or in the community can come in and access naloxone for free. And so we wanted to find places that
Now, bums have been taking all of it, thinking they could sell it, even though they can't, and been shitting in the box. So we're dealing with that. We're dealing with the box is filled with more poop than we would like in a public library.
More
which
poop than we would
By the
like.
way, it's a public library, so we never expect it to be zero.
Yeah, it's never an
poop,
absolute zero, but it's still too
there's
much.
been more poop than normal.
accessible to the community. And
if they're on those drugs, they make them constipated, they poop less. Stop saving them.
were places that anybody would feel comfortable going into to be able to have it.
But the problem is the people that go in there that need it are going to make other people uncomfortable to go in there. These plans are so fucking gross. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you know what the fun thing about Narcan is? Is that when you need it, you can't use it alone.
And that's
like
no,
dude,
but
no one's ever Narcan themselves. You can't do that. You're already fucked.
But then but yes, but then
yeah, but their idea is that you're going to carry it and then you have it, and if you do zonk out, somebody will somehow miraculously
Yeah,
go
you know
through your
what?
pockets
You know what I
and
would
find
never do. You know what I would never do? Narcan a junkie, because the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to get up and try to fight you because you just Narcaned a junkie.
Also, well, forget about that too. I just don't want to save junkies. So please, anyone out there in the world, please understand that if I ever come across you and you're fucking choking on your own vomit, foaming at the mouth, I will stare at you with a soulless look the way Walter White stared at Jane in Breaking Bad, and I will let you die.
You know, I'm going to laugh, and then after he dies, someone runs up and goes, "Oh my God, he was choking on a steak. He needed the Heimlich maneuver." The guy wasn't even a junkie. Merce just watched somebody die and did he give him the Heimlich?
Stared at him, and I'm like, I don't care. It's still pathetic.
It's still pathetic. Can't even swallow food. You're not
Hey,
a man.
if you choke on steak or you fucking dying of opioids, it doesn't matter. It's God's will. I'm not interfering.
And libraries prove to be just that.
And by the way, I want that to go. I want that to be a two-way street. Okay, if you see me on the street dying, don't ruin this for me.
Guys, how to recognize an overdose: loss of consciousness, limp body, slow breathing, choking, small pinpoint pupils, pale blue or cold skin.
First month, the program was
Yeah,
already
that's
showing-
also all the symptoms of a really good hit.
It's true. He's honestly,
you're right.
I am inclined to agree with Virgie. It literally. Let me tell you something.
That means it's working.
When it comes to an OD or just the best high you've ever had in your life, fine line, folks. It's a fine line.
Some good OG genetics, granddaddy perp will do all of that.
Showing results.
We have already had to replace the stock at 2 libraries.
You know what? You know what?
No.
You know what killed Kurt Hennig? Just one line too many of cocaine. Just one
So-
line too many.
One too many.
Hennig had been doing that amount of cocaine his whole life. But one night it was just too much cocaine. But you wouldn't have been able to, if you were down at the Holiday Inn bar hanging out with Kurt Hennig an hour before, you would have had no idea. You would have
No.
been like, nah, he's just normal Kurt. So, yeah.
If we have naloxone available and accessible in the community.
And why don't
and
we
the
have anything that
supplies-
brings cokeheads back? Why is it just these fucking dopehead losers?
Yeah, just put pictures of their family.
Cokeheads are way more fun.
Yeah, I know, but why would we want to bring them back? I like cokeheads. They don't bother me.
So you want them to die?
No, I don't want them to die. I'm saying we bring them back, but my point is, you really going to OD on coke? How much you taking?
Yes.
How much you taking?
A lot.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Ask Kurt Hennig.
Are going out into the community. In my mind, that's a success.
There's options for kits, either nasal or injectable naloxone, as well as fentanyl test strips. And soon, information for those who need more help. The free kits are available to anyone who thinks they might encounter an
Wait,
overdose.
this is right. You want to know the number one people that take naloxone that are actually using it? Single mothers that are afraid their kids are going to get into their kit.
Also, hey, why don't you maybe do, I don't know, all of us a favor and put some of those Fent test kits in, I don't know, nightclubs? Thank you.
Please.
And those who simply want to be prepared.
If it is an overdose, it could potentially save their life.
But as Mersh said, what if you don't want to?
I wonder what
But
that
if it
like.
is
Like, I would imagine you could get away with that, right? I mean, Walter White got away with it, but then again, Walter White also got away with blowing up a fucking old age home. So I feel like that show had expected you to suspend a bit of disbelief. But I just think like, what would I like? Could you prove it if I walked into a room right and somebody was ODing and I did nothing, and then I called the police, but I didn't touch anyone, I didn't do anything, right? That would be impossible to prove, right?
Yeah.
That I didn't render aid. If I had nothing to do with the drug use, I wasn't partying with I literally just stumbled in on a junkie dying, and I went, I'm going to call the police in 11 minutes. Like, would there really be a way to... Or you know what I would do? If I thought there were security cameras, I would start rendering aid, but I would do it all half-ass. Like, what do I know? I don't know how to revive somebody.
Nah, Todd used to do this bit all the time where he'd pretend he was ODing and then he'd jump up and go, I got you. So I thought he was fucking with me.
Yeah, it's like a boy who cried fentanyl overdose situation.
Yeah, he's gonna pop out of that body bag any minute now.
Yeah, just like
any minute.
That didn't work with the suitcase guy. Remember that?
Oh my, that was one of those brutal
She's like, we
videos.
were playing hide and seek, and everybody was like, "You're 30-something-year-old alcoholics. Nobody's playing hide and seek."
Says come to Texas.
Texas recently became the 16th state to help parents choose which school their kids attend. South Carolina followed a few days later. This is a good thing.
Can you fill out a form where you just write the white one? You send it in.
Petition improved services. The post office couldn't get it there overnight. Then FedEx appeared, and suddenly the post office improved its speed.
That is true. Ever since like FedEx and UPS started really up on their game, have you noticed how much faster the post office has been delivering shit? Before it used to be like, yeah, I don't get to like in 3 weeks maybe.
Yeah, that's
not
why
as good as
the
private
government shouldn't run anything. Everything should be private.
Companies, but still, they got better. Consumer choice is a big reason capitalist countries outperform socialist ones. But in most of America, parents have little or no choice when it comes to which school their kids attend. Bureaucrats decide based on where you live. Live in a poor neighborhood with a lousy school? Too bad, you're stuck. And in trouble if you try to sneak your child into a good school.
One Ohio mom is currently sitting in jail, accused of illegally trying to get her daughters into a better school district.
This naive reporter parrots the government's spin.
Prosecutors say a private investigator even caught her red-handed on video living in the wrong district.
The wrong.
Go fuck yourself.
Look, I'm not saying that if it's illegal that there shouldn't be a little, hey, don't you fucking do that again, maybe a little fine or something. But like, you're gonna make these moms face jail time because they're doing more than other parents are trying to do.
Or you do the other trick. See, if you have a family member that lives in a nice school district,
Some people are
I
broke
know,
with that.
I
Yeah.
maybe know people that had a family member. That lived
I
in
know.
a better
I knew kids
district.
that like lived at their aunt's house.
Yeah, they live in
and
my
never
grandma-
were
I
at
live-
their aunt's
live in my
house.
grandma's house. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know how they got rid of that? Fucking, you have to have custody and shit and prove that. And also, like, if like you have to have people like kids on your fucking taxes and shit, dog.
Yeah, or also you just have to have a couple pieces of mail going to your grandma's house or your aunt's house with your name on it and be like, see, I do live here.
Or you can just make
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Or you could just make up all of.
Bro,
that paperwork.
anytime you can fucking play the system, play it. I'm a big proponent.
Yes.
I was giving somebody tips of this the other day, Mersh. Another fun one is like when you're on an airplane, and I learned this when I was on the plane with Marine. If you go on Spirit, like you pay $12 for Wi-Fi, right? So you pay for Wi-Fi. When you connect to your phone, once I connect to the Wi-Fi, if I turn my phone into a hotspot, Marie can connect to my phone without paying to my hotspot and use my internet.
That's brilliant.
Fuck the system. What was the other one? The camera Chris brought up. That was if you go on a cruise ship and they have like the free Wi-Fi, they give you the free shitty Wi-Fi. If you turn your VPN on, it tricks it and you have the full Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's another one for you. Yeah, it does. It works too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So just so you guys know.
District?
She was cheating, getting a quality education for her daughters without paying the right taxes.
At least the anchor understands.
people do it because they're just trying to get their
Fucking
kid
Stossel the dickhead. At least the anchor understands.
better education.
Right. But teachers' unions and
Fucking
government
ass.
school bureaucrats don't want parents to have choices. They don't want the competition. Years ago, New York City's teachers' union came to my ABC office to shout shame on you at me.
We are here to demand an apology from 2020's John Stossel.
Do you know who he is? He will not be doing that.
I had done a primetime
Do
special.
you know how happy I would be about that soundbite?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Primetime special called
We
Stupid
are
in
here
America.
to demand an apology from Royce Lopez. It would make your
Thank you. In my intro the whole time. But again, Stossel, we have our buddy who used to work for Stossel. And it was like, remember, we've told the story before, but it was like right after a hurricane, Stossel wanted to do a special on Fox, being like, when he was on Fox, being like, why price gouging is actually good.
Yo, he's a madman.
I had done a primetime special called Stupid in America.
Well, I mean, you named it so innocently. No wonder they're going to say,
How we cheat our kids.
oh, okay, good. The subtext made it even more.
My report showed how some other countries let kids choose their school.
Giving kids a choice forces schools to try harder.
You have to be innovative. So if we don't succeed, we just run out of business.
But American teachers said,
Competition is not for children. It's not for human beings. It's not for public education.
I confronted
What?
Competition is not for human beings.
We're not supposed to aspire to ever be better ever. Okay.
We have to be put inside these perfectly neat boxes that we build for you. Okay.
Education.
I confronted union boss Randy Weingarten.
Oh, she's still around.
And about how hard it is to fire even a very bad teacher. She smugly replied,
Smugly. Can I just...
Yeah, he's the man.
I gotta say, he doesn't get enough fucking credit for he's very good at throwing little jabs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She smugly replied,
We'll police our own profession.
We'll police our own profession.
Union does.
But they're not your children, you
But also, you're not policing your own profession.
You're not. Well, you are, but
That's
you're like dirty cops.
Exactly.
Does allow a school to fire a bad teacher. She says you just have to follow the steps.
Oh my God! Look at the steps to fire a teacher.
Complicated and long. And this is just the first page. I have to stand up to show the whole thing.
Arm bar.
This is what a principal would have to go through to fire a bad teacher.
That's pretty fucking
No wonder
wild.
Some kids are taught
Bro,
by
that looks like a fucking parody joke, like prop, man.
Yeah. Carrot Top would have that.
Like it's like an
Yeah.
actual joke flow chart where you're like, okay, that's comically large. Let's go.
Horrible.
You'd be like, oh, here, guys, I have a copy of all of Billy Joel's DUIs, and then it just unfurls and flops to the ground.
Listen, please. Listen, all right, there's certain shenanigans about Miami I won't bring up because it'll be traumatizing to you. Please don't bring up Billy Joel's
I
drunk driving to me.
apologize.
For Long Island, when you were a kid growing up, we were always worried like Billy Joel could crash into your living room at any moment.
Yeah, he thought that house was a drive-thru.
We grew up terrified of that man.
It's like John Wick, the DUI John Wick. His name striked fear in the hearts of everyone in Long Island.
Oh my God, dude!
One of the few funny things Michael Ian Black ever wrote was he had this book of short stories, and one of them is Billy Joel's internal monologue while driving on his way to a party, and it actually starts off with him going, "I'm not playing Piano Man. I don't fucking care if there's a piano there. I'm not fucking playing." And then at the end, he gaslights himself. You know what? Fuck them. They can't stop me from playing Piano Man. I'm gonna play it.
The union protesters made a proposal to me.
So just teach for a week.
She said if I tried teaching, I'd report how hard the job is.
Oh my God! Did Stossel teach for a week?
Please
He
stop.
had to have taught
Please
for a
stop.
week.
Do not. So I took an assistant professorship. Watch, it's gonna be something like that.
The crowd liked that.
Teach, John, teach.
But when I said, okay, I'll teach, she changed her mind.
He said, yeah, of course he said yes.
That's amazing.
He was like, yeah, I'll teach. What am I teaching? I can read a book.
Said, no, you can't.
They don't want people to be able to take their kids somewhere else because they know that they're failing your children.
Education researcher Corey DeAngelo says the best way to help kids is to give parents a choice.
Money doesn't belong to the government schools. Education funding is supposed to be meant for educating children, not for propping up and protecting a particular institution. We should fund the student, not the system.
Then parents can take education funding to a charter school.
He's right.
Or even a private school.
Senate Bill 2 will give families $10,000 per student.
If you like your kids' public school, you can leave them there. That way, good schools get the money. And Choice provides other advantages, like fewer angry debates over what schools teach. Without Choice, the school boards can just ignore you if you complain about something.
Yeah.
When you go and protest
Or arrest you under other administrations. Dr. Mantis says St. Louis is two counties, St. Louis City County and St. Louis County. The city is where all the shitty stats come from. White people all moved west and started their own county. Greater St. Louis is around 3 million people. Greater St. Louis is around 3 million people.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all know St. Louis is basically Baltimore with better barbecue.
Sounds good, though.
It is really good. St. Louis barbecue is pretty
No,
good.
I'm not St. Louis barbecue. It's freaking. Do you prefer the St. Louis barbecue sauce, like that kind of more vinegary?
No, I actually tend to like it more smoky.
Okay.
But I actually like St. Louis, the dry rub shit. There's
yeah,
like a
let's
dry
go.
rub from St. Louis. I'm
Oh,
down.
okay, we got to stop talking about food. Revenge of the
Well, you're
Sis-
allowed to eat various meats.
Yeah, I sort of, but like, not as much. There's like in this house, Marie can't have any food, so.
If I were him, I'd be sneaking all the time. I'd be
There's
sneaking
nothing to
off.
sneak.
I'd be like, oh, yeah, I got to, you know what? I just remembered I got to mail this check to the power company at 3 a.m. I'd be at Wendy's in the parking lot just stuffing things on my face. But Royce is spraying cologne on himself on the way home, but not because he's cheating, because he knows she's going to smell
I'm
barbecue
actually throwing
sauce on
glitter.
him.
I'm throwing glitter on me, being like,
Yeah,
I
you
was at
would
the strip
rather-
club.
he would
I was
rather
at the
say
strip
he
club.
cheated. He
I
sprayed-
was at the strip club.
Spraying perfume on himself and then manually rubbing lipstick on his dick with his hand.
I was at the strip club.
I was not eating, though.
I don't want to tell you, I was definitely not eating, though. Okay.
Well, let
I
me catch
swear,
you.
I wasn't at Huey Magoo's. I was cheating on you. I swear to God.
She gets to the car and she finds one Wendy's napkins and goes, "What the fuck is this?"
He thinks
Like
he thinks he
panties?
got
is this?
he thinks he got away scot free, and she turns around and he lets out a little burp, like people barely hear, and she turns around. And he's like,
smells it.
no, he's like, he's trapping it in his mouth. You're gonna smell the barbecue sauce. It's the same thing when you say you quit smoking and lie about it. Everyone can smell it on you when they don't smoke. So you're like, no, I quit. And then you come back 2 minutes later, like, dude, you obviously ran out of cigarette. Come on.
Revenge of the Sis.locals.com, patreon.com/we're not sorry. Either or, $7 a month. You get every Wednesday episode.
But locals.
You get
Either or, but locals.
We get more money. And then half of Friday's episode. Either way you want to sign up, we'll appreciate it. Whatever's easier for you, but locals. But guys, we are going to break because I think I have to poop. So,
Ew.
yeah, I know. We'll be right back. You poop all the time.
what to do. Go strut yourself. Go strut yourself. Everybody's calling, but you want something new. So put your hands together, baby. You know what to do. Go strut yourself. Everybody's calling, but you want something new. So put your hands together, baby. You know what to do. Go strut yourself. Everybody's calling, but you want something new. So put your hands together, baby. You know what to do. Go strut yourself. Go strut yourself. Shake your money. Shake your money.
There's my handsome business partner. Now we can't be late for our meeting with the bank.
That's so cool. You guys are going to open a business.
Yeah, well, I got a ton of business experience. I mean, I had that job creating ads for the North Dakota Board of Tourism. Hi, do you like South Dakota but don't want to see Mount Rushmore? Come to North Dakota. It's just a very long drive from wherever you live. Best of all, most of the good license plates aren't taken yet. Imagine coming here and having Cool Dude, or Yay Jews, or Boo Jews, depending on where you stand on Jews. North Dakota, we're not even the best Dakota.
Second hour, ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. It is a Thursday show. Tomorrow is a Friday show. 1 hour for everybody. Second hour for Patreon and Locals members. $7 a month. That's how you do it.
And we're hanging dong tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going
full frontal.
Yeah, we're exposing ourselves.
Just Pessy.
Mm-hmm. Pessy, well, yeah. Pessy has enough penis for all of us, so you can do it, Pessy. He will be exposing his penis on air.
What am I, a party sub?
I know, a circumcised party sub. That's what they called them in high school. Yes to this.
Tonight on The Edge, the Hamtramck police chief off the job for now.
Chief Altieri has been suspended amid a laundry list of allegations against him. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack has been working her sources all day. She's live now in Hamtramck with the latest. And what have you learned?
What is this, just a town full of fucking old cougars?
I guess.
Learn, Jessica, about this.
How was it a Meghan McCain looking like contest?
Well, Taryn Roop, I want to start this story by saying that these are all allegations at this time.
And also that my ex-husband's a scumbag and I am single. I'll be at Blue Martini this Thursday at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Do all the correspondents at this news station have like tan lines where their wedding ring used to be?
Oh, yeah.
Can she smell what The Rock is cooking?
Mm-hmm.
That one eyebrow. Oh my God, bitch.
She looks angry.
At
Holy
this time,
fuck.
allegations that were leveled by a whistleblower who appears to be some kind of employee here in the city of Hamtramck.
Yeah, that's generally how
That
whistleblowing
sent
works.
an email to higher ups within the city laying out these allegations. We were able to get our hands on that email, and this is what we can share at this time. After about a year as police chief in Hamtramck, Jamil Altieri has been suspended with pay effective immediately.
It's always with
A
pay. I love it. What a great job.
decorated commanding officer with NYPD in New York City before moving to Hamtramck for the chief's job last May. His suspension comes after a whistleblower anonymously sent a detailed email of allegations to higher-ups in the city after reporting that information to Michigan State Police. The details describe potential violations of police department policy and the law, but specifics are not being made public.
No. I specifically want to know what they are.
Since we're specifically paying for all this, I'd like specifically to know what's going on.
There are implications that include Altieri's involvement in a potential presidential pardon of a wealthy New York City financier who'd been convicted of a financial crime and was a friend of Altieri. Altieri's involvement in an investigation into election fraud concerns in Hamtramck is also being questioned. City manager Max Garbarino.
Okay, but we can all agree that Hamtramck sounds made up.
That's not a real place,
It sounds like a British made-up place.
Yeah.
Who suspended the chief this week, could not comment on the ongoing investigation. We tried to reach Altieri at his home by phone and were not successful. Now the city of Hamtramck tells Fox 2 they'll hire an outside firm to do a deep dive into the alleged misconduct against the
What's the alleged misconduct?
Can we just say it?
We did learn some additional information. There was another suspension here at Hamtramck PD earlier today, same day as Altieri's. An officer by the name of David Adamczyk also suspended. Not a coincidence there. The suspensions are connected in some way, but the city manager who we referenced in this story could not comment any further. This is just the beginning on this story. Reporting live.
What's going on? This whenever they're not telling you, it's because it's something bad.
Yeah, I mean, because if it's just some kind of bullshit small-time corruption, you're like, all right, we're cleaning
crappy.
it up.
Oh, this story is still stupid.
Well, a crappy situation that's been splattered all over Delaware County. You've probably seen the infamous viral video, whether you wanted to or not, and then you can't unsee it once you've seen it. Today, the woman accused of a gross act during an alleged case of road rage was in court. Our Chris O'Connell's
What was the gross act? Say it.
been following this one since the start. He's live in Prospect Park here with the very latest. Chris?
He's here to call us dumbasses. Oh, it's not red.
It's not red.
Yeah, Jason, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, but I'm just going to go with it. I lost my earpiece now. Yeah, that woman who was
Guy's a professional. He went right into it.
made infamous by that now
Why
viral
wouldn't I be able to
video-
hear you because you lost your earpiece? Is what I'm.
Yeah.
I mean,
video
that's not how it works.
of showing her defecating on another woman's car.
You know,
I don't know if that's not very
yeah?
that's not a classy thing for a lady to do.
Yeah, can we just go back to the good old days where you just called people a racial slur based on what you assume they look like?
Yeah,
and
instead
then
of
we all
like,
move on.
Instead of pooping on people's cars.
Shook her head.
I
as
would
it
certainly
was-
I would prefer to be called a bunch of nasty names than to have somebody poop on my caddy.
Yeah, call me whatever you want, dude. I don't care.
Because I'll brush that off and move on with my day and be like, somebody called me the N word earlier. It was very weird. It's very weird.
Judge
You guys,
upheld the
you guys don't get it. She's an artist. It was performance racism. She was still being racist.
Oh.
the charges against
I
her
hate this postmodern racism. It's so fucking gay.
Yeah, dude.
and added another
See, I
one.
thought performance racism meant like sport racism, like my racism, like it's souped up.
Oh, okay.
Like, my racism has a lot of aftermarket parts in it.
V8 racism.
I got I have a body kit on my racism.
I put a cold air intake on my racism.
I got a K&N filter and a supercharger on mine.
Yeah, my racism has a NOS tank, and by NOS tank I mean I just drink a NOS energy drink and yell racist things.
We call that twin turbo racism.
I keep getting pulled over because my muffler's out of spec.
You should have said out of spick because the racist thing would have been funnier.
Yeah.
Escorted by private security, 44-year-old.
So this serial pooper was able to hire private security?
Private security, 44-year-old Christina Solometo, leaving district court in Prospect Park without saying a word, instead letting her attorney do the talking.
If you're gonna look, she's shit. All right, listen. No one here is gonna just look. It's on camera, okay? Yeah, sure. She shit on his car, okay? Yeah, we all. No one's disputing that, okay?
What we are really going with is a self-defense in this situation. She pooped.
You know, kind of like a squid would like shoot ink.
Yeah, she pooped on his car to protect her life and property.
Charge a client. Your Honor, I believe the Second Amendment also covers shitting on people's car when you feel threatened.
I would love that. I'd love to poop on somebody's car and then tell the cops I was in fear for my life. I had reasonable fear for my safety and the safety of others.
It's an amendment to the Castle Doctrine called the Throne Doctrine, which you are allowed to shit on people if they scare you.
With a crime, then you'd be able to meet that burden, okay? And from what we saw here today, I'm not sure they did.
The viral video played for a judge in court shows the end of a road rage incident where Solometo is seen defecating on
What would be the charge?
the hood of another woman's car.
I know it's illegal. Obviously, it's illegal, but like, what would technically be the charge?
Battery, technically.
Battery? But it's pooped on the car. How's it battery?
Splattery.
The video was shot by 17-year-old Greg Ferrari. And
Who couldn't stop laughing.
I mean, it could also-
because you know this kid was laughing. He couldn't stop
Go back
laughing.
to it, you can hear him in the clip laughing.
You could also add indecent exposure to it. I mean, if you're pulling
Indecent exposure, I guess, would make sense.
I mean, if you got your asshole all out.
Peterborough High School junior who testified.
Who said, yo, that shit was hilarious, no cap? Like, honestly, dude.
Bro, it was so
About his-
funny that I was actually late to class, and my teacher totally understood.
Yeah, I showed her the video.
And
She
they
was
were like,
yeah,
"Oh, that's fine.
that's
I'll
hilarious."
let you go. I'll let you slide on
And
this."
then she was like, can you send that to me?
You know, that's the kind of thing, too. You would get out of trouble if you showed up to class late, and they go, "Why are you late?" And you're like, "Can I show you?" Like, all right, this lady was pooping on a car. You would absolutely get off scot-free. They'd be like, "All right, this one time, I'll let it slide." I probably would have been late.
He's
too.
late again. He goes, you're not going to believe me.
I swear to God, same lady.
I'm not kidding you.
And you have to prove it. You're like, look, it's a different outfit.
Yeah, seriously.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's
It was fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, that was so fucking funny, dude.
something
His name's
that you
Greg
never-
Ferrari. This guy's going plate. Look at his jaw and look at his
Yeah.
name, Greg Ferrari. This guy's going
never
places.
expect. So it's kind of just crazy. You know, I just got done in school, so I got called out of school for this.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me, and I asked her not to attack me.
So then I pooped on her car.
Because, like, I've had what we could call misunderstandings with people and physical confrontations in the past.
Okay.
And I've never resorted to pooping on their car.
Okay. He's, by the way, he's not ruling it out, but as of this moment.
I just, I've made it this far in life without having done it yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just very funny to me. So you're saying that this person was chasing you, and in order, you fear for your life, you pooped on somebody's car. I feel like that would just make somebody angry.
Well, he's using the me, myself, and Irene defense when you, like, peed in the guy's tank. You know?
Oh,
To get
okay.
your cock out of my Chrysler defense.
Using me, myself, and Irene as a court defense. That's a new angle.
You know, and then the judge will be like, I'm going to allow it, but I'm watching you.
We were also there when Solometo
All right, so anyway, Jim Carrey's kids were 5 black kids, okay? And it was
was arrested from her Ridley Park home on charges of indecent assault.
You look like a car
disorderly
pooper.
Oh, here's the charges.
Conduct, harassment,
Oh,
and
indecent
lewdness.
exposure, yeah.
Since the video has made the rounds on social media, her attorney says Solometo and her family have been threatened.
Started GoFundMe.
It's traumatic because it's all over the media. There's people making T-shirts, hats,
Because it's funny.
making threatening comments. It's not something when we're talking about a person.
No one's threatening her. Okay, hold on. Let me be clear. I think Mersh and I have been around the internet for a very long time. Virgie Pessy, too. This is not a scenario where this woman, like the woman yelling the N-word, would probably be
No.
threatened. This is not a scenario where the internet's threatening her.
being
They're
made
memeing
fun
her.
of
They're
either.
making fun of her. No one is actually angry at her. Everyone's going like, yo, that's crazy. She shit on her car. No one's really, except for maybe the person who owns the car that got shit on. I understand why they're mad.
I will concede she is probably getting comments like, if you did that shit to my car, you get fucking, you know what I mean? She's
Right,
probably
but
getting those
that's-
kind of comments. But again, that's not a threat. That's like, yeah, if you poop on my car, I'm going to fuck
We're gonna have
you
a
up.
problem.
But that comes with the precondition of, well, then just don't poop on my car. This ass whipping is completely avoidable.
There's an easier way.
Yeah, it's an extremely avoidable ass whooping. If I said, yo, some black guy beat the shit out of me this weekend, you'd go, well, what the fuck? That's fucked up. But then if you found out the full context was I pooped on his car, you'd go, I mean, that you pretty much took an avoidable ass whooping.
Person.
Yeah, I don't. It's like I shit on his car. It's like, yeah, well, I don't think him being black had anything to
Yeah.
do with it at that point. Like,
That-
you would have got your ass whooped regardless.
That's the kind of ass beating that everybody just stands around for and nobody helps you either. Because they're like, I mean, probably shouldn't go pooping on a man's car like this. People just come out to smoke cigarettes and watch you get beat up.
It just because it's not your best day doesn't mean that you should be harassed continuously.
She pooped on somebody's car.
You're not going to make me feel bad also for the woman who's pooping on cars.
It's not like she went viral for being kind of rude to a flight attendant or something. You pooped on a person's car. You pulled your pussy and asshole out in broad daylight where there might have been kids out.
A 17-year-old filmed it. Yeah, there was one kid out. A 17-year-old filmed it.
Theoretically, you could get in a lot more trouble, lady.
Solometo is due back in court for her formal arraignment in July. The victim in this case has not testified in this
Well, yeah,
hearing
because the
today,
victim in
Jason.
this case is a Nissan Sentra.
Yeah. That's a good point. Okay, Mercer, you were saying that you love that accent. You love that Long Island accent.
Yeah.
I
on
can't.
on
Merce
women
didn't know we were
sometimes.
going to play this story. By the way, Merce literally said the first hour because I brought up Marissa Tomei that he still loves that accent.
All right, let's talk about accents because we all have them, and nowhere has more distinctive ones than the tri-state area. They can change from state to state and even borough to borough. So, as Fox 5's Kendall Green shows us, Americans are picking up on, and they seem to find our New York speak very annoying.
Yes, yes,
How
I
is this
agree.
a new study?
I agree.
Whether you're in the city or anywhere else, a New York accent is instantly recognizable.
And I immediately avoid those people.
I'm from here, so New Jersey, New York area, man. It's the same thing everywhere. I don't really consider.
You're from New Jersey, then. Whenever somebody says I'm in the New Jersey, New York area, that means they're from Jersey, but they always bring New York in. Nobody from New York would have said I'm from the New York, New Jersey area. They would have said I'm from New York.
it much.
You talking to me?
You talking to me? Remember this? Remember Taxi Driver?
You talking to me?
Is it possible
Ah, there she
the
is.
two youths,
To what?
excuse me, Your Honor, two youths
Youths.
It's a great movie, man.
It really is.
Far
It-
from
you
New
know,
York.
it really is like the perfect comedy film. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's so great.
It's almost like
So
what I
great.
compare it to is the movie Major League.
Yeah.
Everything's written and paced, and it's the perfect movie. And when you're done, you're like, God, it was such a good experience.
Can't help but pick up how distinct they are.
You like to speak like louder, you know. Yeah.
A little more aggressive.
Yeah, more aggressive. Yeah. What's up? What up?
That's a Brooklyn accent, right?
Yeah. Brooklyn.
You know the
Brooklyn,
vibe.
Nigeria.
Tell them about the sides. What are these sides? They kill
Where
cancer?
Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
The sides did cure cancer. That's the problem. They were there. That's why they were expensive.
A big variable would be how nasal they are. Like they say can't stand it versus can't stand it.
How nasal they are isn't necessarily a.
I think that's just a New York thing.
I mean, there's a large percentage of people that live in New York that are nasally.
Yeah, but there's nasal people in Boca. They don't sound like New York.
Charlie Layton in business.
Actually, they do.
They do. I know. As I said it, as I
in
said
Boca,
it.
yeah, they sound like New York Jews in Boca.
They
You're
do
like,
everywhere. You can
because
put them
a
in
lot-
Africa.
You know, I don't know. A lot of them are New York.
Yeah, because they just were like, oh, but like these taxes.
Professional speech and dialect coach, teaching clients how to get it just right for their next roles.
A lot of New York accents turn THs into Ds, for example, like this and that, or INGs into I and apostrophe, going, dancing, singing. There's the classic AW on dog or coffee on the corner costs a quarter.
But off screen, a survey from Podcastle, an AI voice
Hell yeah, Podcastle. Obviously, that's the survey I trust.
platform found nearly 60% of Americans say they find the accent annoying. And almost half of New Yorkers agree, which this Long Islander learned the hard way. What do people say about it?
They think I'm trash.
Well, I mean, are you?
Leighton finds the accent changing over time.
You're going to be hard pressed to find someone who still says like doidy, doid, and doid. That's, certainly. Or you guys want to play stickball. Like that's.
Yeah, you're just trying to do like a reel so that we get added to your reel, huh, voice guy? Because that's what this is looking like.
That's what it sounds like, right?
That's 100
it's kind of like my cousin who was
ago now. So it's evolving with time. It's changing.
But changing or not, no matter how few the words, it's always distinct.
Nice to meet you.
He said, you too, you too.
You too.
Kendall Green, Fox 5
Kendall
News.
Green was just hitting on her.
Of course.
Kendall
He
Green
can't
was
help
just-
himself.
Kendall Green was just throwing some fucking...
Hitting on bitches is his natural, it's his baseline.
Okay, number one reason, this is a therapist. I won't book a therapist as a therapist, okay?
Here's the number one reason I won't see a therapist for my own therapy as a therapist. If they won't talk about therapy being political and if they will not answer who they voted for.
What?
Why would that matter?
And you're a therapist?
Yes.
I was gonna say, oh my god.
I'm assuming not for eating disorders, right?
No.
I'm currently looking for
No,
an
this is
interim
the kind of
while
therapist
my
that tells you what gender your kid is.
Yeah.
I won't see a therapist for my own therapy as a therapist. If they won't talk about therapy being political and if they will not answer who they voted for.
What does
I'm currently
that mean?
But therapy is
Therapy
political.
being-
It is political, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, see,
therapy's gay.
I'm with you on not going to a therapist. I'm just against you for your reasons. Like,
But she's
I
a
won't go to a
therapist.
therapist because, to quote Lydia Soprano, that's nothing but a racket for the Jews. Other than that,
So you fight constantly with your mother and you find it hard to keep a relationship. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump?
Yeah, like what? Why? Who cares?
About therapy being political and if they will not answer who they voted for. I'm currently looking for an interim therapist while my therapist, who I love and adore, is on maternity leave.
An interim therapist? You guys have interim therapists?
I've done about 5 phone consults at this point. It's exhausting. It's like a full-time job. Just kidding. No, it's not. And
you're funny.
I
Oh my god, yeah, you're insufferable. You're a terrible fucking person.
This on every
yeah,
single
she's a
phone
therapist.
consult. I talk about I believe therapy is political. I'm looking for a therapist who aligns with that.
What? How can therapy be political?
Because to some nutcases, everything is political.
How can
I'd love to hear your perspective on it. And if they don't feel comfortable answering that question, if they don't feel comfortable talking about it, it is an immediate no for me. Therapy is political. I believe this as a therapist. I believe this as a human being. I believe that the personal is political, right? And I don't want to be in a space where I know that my therapist voted against my best interest, against my rights. That does not feel safe to me, and that is a hard line in the sand where I am completely.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're insufferable and you're fat. You provide literally no value. Let me give you a free therapy session, okay? Shut the fuck up. If you're gonna be fat, you gotta be funny and you gotta be nice. If you're gonna be this insufferable, you better be really hot. And even still, it's a no for me because you're horrible. But at least someone will look past it to fuck you. But what do you bring to value? And by the way, you're a therapist. This also means you nag people. So every relationship you're in, you'll turn something as simple as how you pack the dishwasher into some sort of like, well, it's because your mother doesn't love you or some shit like that. There's nothing about you that's redeeming. You fucking suck. And therapy isn't political. You're just retarded.
Also, these therapist types, right? They fancy themselves kind of doctors, right? So, if you had a fucking aggressive brain tumor and they said, Royce, we're flying in the top fucking neurosurgeon on the planet. We flew him in directly from fucking New York, from Cedars-Sinai. We're getting you the top guy.
Who do you vote for?
Would you care?
No, of course not.
You'd be like, you got me the best guy. Cool. Get in there with the knife or the lasers or whatever you do, and let's get to work. I would not give a fuck.
Unwilling to work with a provider who will not talk about that therapy is political and tell me who they voted for.
then you're insane.
Yeah, you're a crazy person.
And ironically, that means you need more therapy.
Yeah.
You're never going to get out of this trap. Whoa.
Speaking of trap.
Some carry hate. We carry the largest trans pride flag to ever be flown in a national park.
Cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
And unfurled it on the
You're
side of
making
El
her
Cap
story.
to prove a point that trans is
Only you can prevent AIDS.
You guys realize you look like fucking freaks, right?
What, that thing?
You look off-putting. Like the aesthetic. Just the aesthetic. I'm not... But whatever.
The Trump administration and transphobes would love to have you believe that being trans is unnatural, but species
Well, it
that can
is.
transition sexes can be
Yeah, you look natural. Everything about you is natural.
Then how come trans people aren't born?
Yeah, well.
found on every continent and in every ocean on planet
Species
Earth. So
that
call it a
transfer their
protest,
sexes, transfer their like entire. They have. Oh my god.
No, it's the Virgie. You don't get it. You
Just
transphobe.
ignore science. Let's just ignore it.
Your entire premise is based on the fact that you're full of hubris and that somehow you're convinced that God was wrong, but you're right. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here.
God was wrong. You're right.
It's so
For this
arrogant.
celebration, we are bringing elevation to liberation. They try to erase us from government websites.
You guys erase yourselves more than anybody else, so maybe relax. you
We're
know?
going to go fly this trans flag up there. Does that bother you, bigots? We don't care.
I don't.
But you have to take it down
Take
at
it down.
sundown because, otherwise it's considered litter.
Dude, the thing that bothers me is the thing that bothers me with the yarn bombers, okay?
Yes.
And education systems and libraries. So we raise this flag higher than ever before so every trans person knows that they have people that love them in their corner. The people
Well, they have people that lie to them and tell them they love them, but they actually don't. I mean, most people that say they love a trans person are just virtue signaling, or it's their like kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's your kid. I get it, but like pretty much that's about where we're at with the trans stuff. And other people, for the most part, day to day, just kind of deal with you. You're annoying. Maybe get a little more annoying than that.
To play Battle of the Generations. 4 trivia titans, each from a different generation, will go head to head. Girl, I don't know who these people are. The more questions our trivia stars answer
All right, I see some familiar faces right there. The ultimate game show that pits millennials, boomers, Gen X, and Gen Zs for their trivia knowledge is back. Battle of the Generations.
I
returns.
like the concept of Battle of the Generations. Does it have to be trivia?
Does it have to be Lil?
I know, Lily's
for
back,
season
baby.
2 on CTV tonight, at 10 p.m.
Look at that outfit.
Yeah, she's awesome.
That's pretty cool, right?
She's awesome, dude.
They're at 10 p.m.
And this morning, our GLE right now live with the one and only host, Lily Singh.
Wow, she
Wow,
looks
she-
Asian.
she became very
Whoa,
Chinese.
Lily Singh looks like an Asian woman. I hear what Lily's saying. She actress from India. She smell like poop.
Man, Lily Singh's still doing amazing characters.
Oh, Ruby Singh.
We're going to be right on this one. I really feel it. I think they just let you be that Asian in Canada.
Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Jen. That's right. Battle of the
God damn it.
Generation Season 2 gets underway tonight.
Yeah.
Host Lily Singh joins me now.
What is
What
this?
are you? What are you? One of the fucking Birdmen from Always Sunny when they started
The
wrestling?
Birds of
shit?
Prey?
The Birds of Prey.
The Birds
yeah.
of War?
Yeah. Birds of War. Yes.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
I can't believe this is our first
I
time
know.
meeting.
So long overdue.
Yes, it is long overdue, and I'm so.
Today's
and
the day.
You brought your A game.
I had to for you. Come on. Come on.
So let's talk about Season 2, Battle of the Generations. What can people expect for this season?
Oh man,
Can I just say this new, like, and it's getting worse now. This thing where women they're like overdoing everything. Like it's this. Stop.
Only one woman's allowed, and that's Drew.
Jesus.
Only Drew's.
Christ.
Only Drew's allowed because she's earned it. Okay.
It's so fucking exhausting watching two women talk in these segments.
So
I brought my did, girl. It's so weird and fake.
I bet you they do it. Now that's all I'm going to notice. Let's see.
for this season because season 1 was really, really great, but it was new for everyone. We're figuring out the gameplay. I'm figuring out how to host. This season is just a well-oiled machine. It's bigger, it's better. There's a live audience,
which makes a big difference.
A huge
right? 'Cause
difference.
I would think for you, you feed off of that
100%.
energy.
Not
Yeah.
only me, but the contestants
Yes.
as well. Their family and friends can be in the audience, so it's a lot more emotional. The stakes feel a lot bigger. It's
This is the same thing as hosting a show on NBC.
Sure.
It's really
Sure,
fun
it's
this
exactly the
season.
same thing.
I love what you had to say about Gen X, and I'm laughing because I'm Gen X. You said the
You know what?
generation.
Pat Sajak, super pumped to go back to Wheel of Fortune after he lost the CBS show.
That has the biggest chip on their shoulder is Gen X. You
Absolutely.
are so right.
Yes. Well, I was going to say, in season 1, I felt they had a
You
really
see what
big
I
chip
mean,
on
though?
their
The way
shoulder.
that
And I
you
don't
are
wanna give
so right. Everything's so really like over the top.
X Flex, I will say. I'm so glad that you are doing.
Oh,
Did you see it?
Oh my
Did you see
God!
it?
They cut over to them.
A flex.
And she warned him. She was like, "Yo, they're looking at us." She notices first.
They
Watch.
cut over. Oh no! Whoever's doing the live editing cut over. Oh no!
She notices first. Watch.
Oh my
She's
God!
like-
And you didn't cut this out. Oh my God! You people are so amateurs. Oh my fucking God! And you just posted it.
So glad that
Oh,
you are doing
fuck.
shows like this because it's so fun and it's right up your alley.
Yeah, and also I
Yeah.
feel like in today's day and age, more and more, we're just so
Okay.
separated. We're the kids are watching one thing, the parents
Oh
are
my God! That was rough. That was.
watching another thing, your siblings watching another thing. One of the reasons I wanted to do Battle of the Generations is I feel like it's a show my
You
entire
wanted to do
family
it. You
can get
pitched
together
this.
and we can watch together and we can play along. In fact, I'm in Toronto, and tonight for the premiere, I'm going to go to my parents' house and we're going to watch it together and we're going to play it together, and that's so special. It's such a rare moment. Truly an amazing time for me. I'm living my life
God,
right
man,
now.
I gotta
Are you
say,
athletic
dude,
growing
I
up?
hate
Absolutely not.
so many people. I've never seen a place. Toronto really is like mini New York because I've never met so many people
Yeah.
I like and so many people I fucking despise from one city before.
Yeah. Well, okay. Is it maybe this will make you feel better?
You know what's so crazy?
See, I like Drew though
I
because
didn't know
she's
that
just
we were
genuinely
almost
insane.
the same age. Really?
Oh my
I just
God!
was
And
in a
Tyra
group of-
Banks, who can we say also genuinely batshit insane? Yeah, this is a meeting of the crazies.
Mersh.
Back then, absolutely. Now,
Absolutely.
probably still just because of the story. For the
And Mersh,
story.
she's nuts. It would be great.
Yeah, it would
you know,
be
come
probably-
on, man.
Okay, they're the same age. So which one?
Oh, come on, man! Don't do that to me because
Yeah.
both stories
those
would
two
be
now?
awesome.
Yeah.
Between the two of these,
Tyra.
No, I mean looks wise, yeah, but I'm talking like
Yeah, I would still
for
pick
the
Drew.
story.
I would
yeah.
still pick Drew. I'd be like, did you?
Because I'm trying to think back then, would it have been more important to me for me to fuck Drew Barrymore or Tyra Banks? And it would have been way more important to fuck Drew Barrymore in her prime.
All right. Well, I guess.
I mean, Tyra Banks. I don't know. She's. No, I'm picking Drew still.
When they're like, oh yeah, Drew's about to turn 50. And I'm like, Drew is about to turn 40. But like, I remember 50 to me was granny. Golden Girls. Golden Girls.
Calm down.
Dude, nuts.
That's right. You know?
What was that?
That's
What,
more like
what was that? What did that have to do with the Golden Girls?
You remember we brought up the.
Was there a horse on the Golden Girls?
Yeah, Bay Arthur.
a witch, but you know.
No,
what
she
I
wasn't a
mean.
horse. She was a hoss. She was a big woman.
Big old lesbian.
Or like a horse. Anyway.
A witch horse.
A witch horse.
It's just we are living in such a different world where people are also celebrating the fact that we are older and looking better and
Who's
younger. I feel
celebrating
like
that?
that's
I mean, I am. I'm all about MILFs.
we were talking. We just did Hollywood Squares together,
Oh my
Tyra
God.
and I, for a few days, and we had.
They're both insane. You're right.
Oh no, yeah.
Wow, this is high level crazy right now.
Tyra Banks was established as a crazy person way back in the day. Back when she had a talk show, like everyone knew Tyra was nuts. It was like an open secret.
Drew and I did make out. Did you? Can we tell people, or is it a secret?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, so we totally made out. We totally kissed on Hollywood.
That would have been
Squares, like,
hot
on the-
fucking 15 years ago.
They made out on Hollywood Squares. These two are fucking wild. I'd still walk
back-
in it.
Backstage with the producer's penis
made out. We
between their
totally
mouths.
kissed on Hollywood Squares, like on the lips, like they're like.
I know, and you get to see it on the show, and it's a moment.
Man, you
I
guys
will
are desperate to
never
get people to
forget
watch
for
the new
the-
Hollywood Squares, huh?
Can they show
Are
it?
they
in
gonna
the-
show it, or
can
do I
they
have to find it?
I mean, I don't. No. I mean, it says when it airs, but this is from a day ago, so maybe it's a new Hollywood Squares. So maybe listen. My point is, if it exists, yes, I would love to see it. I would love to see it because they're both fucking crazy, and they both didn't phone it in because they're nuts.
No, it looks like it's upcoming.
Something
Which is
up.
what most men will
I was about to say it. Okay.
All right, we're back with the great
What is this
Ava
Hogwarts look? What?
She's waiting for her owl to deliver her mail.
As someone I've known for a long time, and I'm so happy to be reconnected with and sitting next to selfishly, but more importantly
Ugh.
and selflessly, we have
Ava
an important
Mendez,
trivia question
what a
on the
cow.
line
She
What a
was
pig.
so great in the other guys. My plain wife. Let me go. My plain
My
wife.
plain wife.
here. All right, we have a chance to win a trip for two to Playa del Carmen, Mexico.
It's actually really nice.
For our beautiful mother and daughter here. The question was, how did Ava and Ryan Gosling first meet? A, on a movie set. B, on a blind date. C, on an airplane. Lindsay,
Ava Mendes still looks fucking great.
Oh, yeah, of course. Come on.
How old's Ava Mendes?
what is your answer?
A movie set?
That's what I thought. A Place Beyond the Pines, right? But that I have a feeling that's not it.
too
Oh, God.
obvious.
What is it, Ava?
On a plane.
An airplane.
I knew it.
Look at Mersh. You could have been Playa del Carmen right now.
I want. Put me in these bitch shows. Dominate these hoes.
You know what?
51.
What? Ava Mendes is the same age as Drew Barrymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
She look good. Hey, the other one that's not into Hispanic women.
I make exceptions. Excuse me. Hold on, Pessy. Let me be very clear. There's exceptions for fucking everything.
No, I get it. I'm just saying. That's one of the reasons I
That's
love them
one.
Latinas,
And
bro.
here's another one. Anna de Armas.
No, I was.
Latinas are one of them. They're one of them groups, man. Some of them chicks are fucking hot in their 60s, and you're like, "What the fuck, dude?" And they're like, "Yeah, she's
Man.
like 62," and you're like, "Yo."
She's still with Ryan Gosling, which means she's a good woman.
I could take him.
I'll kill him.
It'll be.
Oh, I'm
easy.
sure you can.
It'll
He's
be
a
easy.
waif, but you'd have to get through her.
I don't want to hurt her. I'm like Mark Wahlberg and
I
the other
do, but
guys.
not in that way.
I'm like Mark Wahlberg and the other guys. Bye. Bye.
Bye, Sheila.
Hold on. Now we have to do it. You know we have to now. Other guys, Sheila. There, I found
Man,
it.
that scene and the Christineth scene, all the women in that movie were fucking nuts. It was great.
David Urshan is currently the CEO of Urshan Consortium.
Who's that talking? It's the Frontline narration app. It's only. And this guy could be connected to drug cartels, black market organ sales, human trafficking, all of it.
How do you get that from anything I just said?
Hey guys, soup's on.
What do you mean?
Hi.
Hi.
You must be Terry. I'm sorry I've been hiding, honey, but this dinner was tricky.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Sheila Gamble, his wife.
Come on.
Oh, she was a Lakers girl and a doctor.
That's right.
Seriously, who is that?
His old lady.
Sweetie, it's a workstation.
Got it.
Can you come in here dressed like a hobo?
Dressed like a hobo.
I know you're working. I'm so sorry.
Come on. Seriously.
Come on. What?
Who is that?
It's the old ball and chain.
Get over here.
Not right now.
Okay.
They're not all first round picks, okay?
Jesus.
Come on, are you going to tell me who that is? Are you really Alan's wife?
I know. People are shocked because he's Episcopalian and I'm Catholic, but somehow it works.
Okay.
Are you gonna change?
Are you gonna change?
I already did.
It's no big deal. You look really, really nice.
Terry, you don't have to be polite, okay? She looks kind of shitty. If I put that in my Cosmo fashion app, you probably get a D-.
Ooh. Alan and his apps. He loves them. You know, he's
And she's just
She
so
just puts up with it.
so forgiving. Oh God, that's one of my favorite movies. Oh fuck. Okay, Frozen's back, and of course,
Why?
I know. Poor guy. He was so happy to be. But you know what he did, by the way? I was talking to him.
Awesome.
He went like off the grid. He put a phone. Him and his buddies put the phone in the safe. They went out to the woods, and they only ate what they caught. Like they fished, they cooked. Like they did like some fucking outdoor boys shit. I don't know if he fucked his guy friends, but
I was gonna say, what did
was
he
like-
cuck out, and he's not gonna make content anymore?
He was like bear stir fries.
you know what, Mersh? I don't want to forget.
You're like, yeah, just like the Outdoor Boys. I'm like, wait a minute, you're telling me Frozen just became a bitch?
Okay, can we? You know what? Let's do that. I wanted to do this with you because we both had opinions on this, and I wanted to hear yours. So we all know the Outdoor Boys. Mersh and I both fucking watch the Outdoor Boys. Great fucking channel. And well, he's leaving.
YouTube videos for 11 years now. First with the Catfish and Carp YouTube channel, then with this, the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. And believe it or not, I've made 1,110 videos. It's been a wild ride.
Fucking lazy
The amount
bitch.
of time and energy that I've dedicated to making YouTube videos is hard to communicate. So many late nights editing and packing and unpacking.
Doing what I love.
Packing, camping with pneumonia, building log cabins.
No
while
one made you.
You were going to do these things anyway.
Yeah.
injured, but it's been a tremendous adventure, and it's allowed me to provide for my family while making
Not just provide for your family, you were able to buy like a shack in the middle. Remember with the snowmobiles and all that stuff too?
Yeah.
Wonderful
Well, he
memories
had
with
money
my
anyway. He was like some kind of lawyer or some shit.
wife and kids. But even good things can be taken too far,
Here we
and
go.
I think I'm starting to reach that point. But I'm not just talking about the time and energy I spend making YouTube videos. I'm also talking about the attention it brings. In just the last 18 months, this YouTube channel has gained about 12 million subscribers.
Wow, that sucks.
Oh no.
And because of people stealing my content and posting it on other platforms, my family and I have been viewed about 4 billion times, in addition to the 2.8 billion views on YouTube. The sheer volume of fans trying to contact me, trying to take pictures with me, or just trying to come up and talk to me in public, it could be a bit overwhelming at times. And my wife and I, we both have real concerns.
My wife and I.
Yeah, there it is.
About what this will do to our family if I keep growing my YouTube channel at this pace. And the time to stop is before this problem gets so out of hand that my family and I can't live normal lives. Now, there's more than one reason for making this decision.
There's one.
Yeah, there's.
We both agree it's the wife, right?
I mean, I haven't. Here's the thing. I knew something was up. I hadn't seen this video. I just read the announcement that he wasn't doing it anymore. And to me, right away, I was like, so you're like, because you're obviously still going to go camping. You're still going to do all of these things you enjoy.
Well,
you're just not going to set a camera up and make content doing it.
Let's
Like,
go.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's going to make less sense to you when he finishes up. You'll see.
And I still enjoy making videos and I still enjoy going on ventures, but it's time to start focusing on other things. And that's what I'm going to be doing. For one thing, I've got 3 little boys who all want to be YouTubers, including my oldest son, Tom, who's got his own channel, the Outdoor Tom YouTube channel.
Must be nice.
1 million subscribers this kid has.
Just must be handed. Must be nice.
But I want to spend more time helping him with his channel and preparing him to be an adult, which is going to be in less than 6 years.
So you want to
I've
help
spent
him with?
so
Okay,
much
so
time-
this is the part where now I tell you what I think's going on. You had me, even if it is your wife or maybe you guys decided together, to the point of like, look, we're getting too big. I just want to do this. I don't want to be bothered when I'm out in public. Now, let me go even a little more further back than that. He is not. He lives in the sticks in Alaska. He's not getting bothered, and most of the time he's out in the woods by himself. He's not running into people. His family's getting bothered where in the town that he lives with 1,000 people. He's not. But let me go a little more than that. Here's what I think happened. If it really was this whole thing, like he doesn't want his family and his kids, people are walking up to him, then why would he help and promote? By the way, he links it in the video.
Doesn't make any sense.
Why would you help and promote your kid?
This lifestyle's a fucking nightmare. So I'm gonna work on getting my kid into this nightmare lifestyle.
And I'm gonna plug my kid who already has 1 million because of me. By the way, he's in the video with all his kids. The kid with me. I'm going to plug it on my 15 million view channel with a link, and I'm gonna go away. Now, here's what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna go over to the kids' channel,
Hoping
and
to get a glimpse
It's
of
gonna
him,
blow up.
yeah.
Now, I don't think that's why he's doing it. So you can't tell me it's because you want not. And I like Outdoor Boys. I love it actually. But also, you cannot sit here and also fucking tell me that, because there's a lot of people on Twitter that are like, leaving a YouTube for your family's kind of base. And I'm like, if that's the truth, but it's not. It doesn't make sense, because if he would have left and deactivated his channel and deactivated his kids' channels and goes, hey, when you're 18, you can have a YouTube channel. We're not doing this anymore. It's stressing us out, but it's not. This is about his wife. Have you seen his wife? Okay. Yeah. So here's what I think.
Let me put it this way: him and his wife would be looks matched
yeah.
if he didn't have a channel with 20 million subscribers.
You know what's funny? Pessy and I were talking about this same thing the other day, like off air.
He got himself one of them pre-fame wives.
Yeah. So hold on. Now here's what I think, and you tell me what you think. Up until what you've seen here, okay. He says a little more stuff, but basically that's his plan. He goes on to plug his kid's YouTube channel. So I think that Mr. Luke from the Outdoor Boys started blowing up and got very big. He said people were contacting him I think that women were contacting him. When you get to 15 million, look, you know I'm right? When you get to that level, you're going to have women contacting you.
Can I point something out too? Do you know what the last video he did was? Wasn't on his channel. He was on another survival guy's channel. That's a huge Australian survival.
Oh,
YouTuber.
yeah.
So maybe he was, them ladies down under.
Well, my point is
They're frisky.
But you've seen his videos. He does travel to different survivals conventions by himself without his kids. I am not even saying that he cheated. I'm not even saying that, But what I am saying is that he's definitely getting a lot more attention, and it's probably from women.
I'm saying it. He cheated.
And by the way, as somebody who's married and any married guy will tell you, the story he's telling is a story you tell your buddy when your wife tells you can't go, but you don't want to say it's your wife.
Yeah, you don't want everybody to think your
bitch.
wife's a bitch. So you're like, I need to start spending more time with the boys. He's going to be growing up in 6 years. I got to.
By the way, are you kidding me? The reason that we liked it was because you take your kids out with you to do these adventures.
I don't like the ones with his kids. The ones with his kids suck. They're like distracting. It's like, no, get to the making an igloo. Get to the cutting firewood. I don't need a bunch of kids running around making noise.
Growing my business, it's time to step back and focus on helping other people for a change. And I'm excited to see where that takes me. But all that being said, I have a lot of half-finished videos, including the homestead projects and some travel adventures and even some extreme camping trips I've been planning for the last 6 months. But if I decide to finish those videos, or if I decide to film any other adventures after today, I'll post them at the end of the year, all in one big dump. But no matter what, this is going to be my last video for a while. Now, I know there's some of you out there who've gotten more than just entertainment from my videos. If you feel my videos have helped you in some way, then go out and find someone you can help.
Hey, you know what,
See you
buddy?
guys.
Actually, that is true. Your videos gave me a reason to live. And now you're quitting. So I'm telling you right now, Luke, I, Mike Shuey, am going to fucking kill myself if you don't keep making videos. My death is in your hands.
It's gonna be your fault, bro.
Imagine. He seems like such a nice guy. He just starts getting people pressuring him, sending him email. I will literally fucking end my life. Sending him pictures of me holding guns. Man. I'll fucking do it if you don't make another igloo video.
I'm telling you, man, I think it's his wife. I'm telling you, man, I think it's his wife. And by the way, people are saying in the chat, he definitely cheated. He probably cheated. He cheated. And the ultimatum was, you got to stop being famous. That's the only thing I could think. By the way, also you could tell that everybody agrees because the comments were disabled. They weren't disabled initially, but they are now.
Oh, well, it's not just the comments on the video. I mean, Twitter. Go on Twitter. Everybody had an opinion about this, bro. Yeah, women ruin everything, including our favorite fucking outdoor channels.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I just. Okay, you know what? How about this? I can't believe. Just after the beginning of this, I'm not kidding you. You're gonna laugh.
Now to black fatigue. It has recently been.
Yo!
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Oh, fucking way.
I honestly, I've been maybe not paying attention. I didn't think black fatigue, the phrase, actually broke through to the mainstream normie world.
Everything 4chan will become normie shit eventually.
Oh my, yo, black.
Everything.
The fact that the phrase black fatigue has broken containment is unbelievable.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Now to black fatigue. It has recently been turned into a feeling that some white and black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some black people. The claims of racism from sunup to sundown.
Don't worry,
loud
Isaiah. We love you. We're not
talking,
tired of you.
fighting, and the list goes on. Not my list now. Keep that in mind.
I mean, I agree with it. I'm also fatigued by black people.
But some people are tired of the complaints.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling that I have a feeling old Isaiah does not live in a neighborhood with a whole lot of black people.
Give a damn.
I would love to know what area of Houston he lives in. I bet it's one of the nice fucking suburbs.
One TikTok user had to say about it.
It's not racist, and I know y'all have been told this is racist, but it's
Mersh.
It's not. It's not racist to call black people out for their behavior.
Mersh.
So far,
after that statement,
keep it up.
And what they're doing to society at this moment.
Okay.
I'm glad people are noticing this because it's been. Look at the anime thing. Buster behind her. So many
Oh,
years.
she's one of those.
And it's finally catching up to y'all.
She says horrific things about herself to her white
You
boyfriend. in
better
bed.
do stop. Mersh will fall in love, and you know I need it.
Horrific, terrible
Mhm.
things about herself.
Hey guys, I can't come. My girlfriend's making me go to an anime with her. Mersh, you've changed, man.
Seeing this.
I got to carry around a giant, comically large cardboard sword.
That'd be hilarious.
All weekends.
Because it's been so many years, and it's finally catching up to y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all that white people are tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all too, but everybody, the world is getting sick of y'all and y'all's.
I mean, she's not wrong.
I'm so glad this day is here. I've been trying to get out there that you people need help, but me and other black conservatives. We've been trying to warn society that this is what it's going to come to when y'all keep coddling black people.
Coddling. But you know what? Not bad so
She's still
far.
retarded.
But that's
All
just-
righty. Are her feelings valid? Joining us to talk about it, Dr. Angela Jones, political analyst, Angela Box, activist, Eugene
all
Howard,
these people are going to be angry at her.
Sean Welling.
I think you're going to be surprised.
Conservative M. Williams. We want to thank you all for joining us here on The Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue is supposed to be, Dr. Jones.
Well, I'm just fucking listen. Can I explain?
Black fatigue is supposed to be just and I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Basically, society is saying that they're tired of how black people are blaming things that have happened to us historically in the past.
No. We've been putting up with that for years.
Yeah.
That wasn't the breaking point for us. It's the Carnival Cruise videos that we're starting to go, all right, look, you're twerking on police cars. Can we fuck it enough, please?
Today. And they are
We
also
love little Asian ladies, and y'all just keep punching them in the fucking head.
You punch Rick Moranis, dude. You punch Rick Moranis, dude.
Yeah, we're fucking done.
Yeah, that was one of the breaking
was
points,
rough.
too.
now adding
Honey, I shrunk your racist appeal.
Yeah. Rick Moranis is one of the few Canadians we like, and you're just going out punching him?
Honey, we shrunk our goodwill.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, fuck.
different things that they have seen in society to that behavior as well. As she said, like loud mouthing or
It's a sequel to this, Honey, You Blew Up the Police Station.
maybe, you know.
I thought
using
black
certain-
fatigue was when you just get tired after a big like rib dinner.
That's the itis.
That's after fried lobster, all you can eat shrimp. Excuse me,
words or
scramps.
certain behaviors in public. So that's basically the definition in a short sense.
Do we get anywhere with that, with this conversation?
Yeah, black people fucking behaved.
No. This
Yeah, that
absolutely
white girl
not.
in the panel gets black fatigue from fucking them all the time.
That's Isaiah's girlfriend.
It's an absolutely pointless conversation. It's like, okay, so now what?
Yeah, like the pointless conversations you have in movie theaters when we're trying to watch a movie.
Thank you for letting us know that there's a new fancy word of you saying that you're tired of black people.
No. The problem is other black people are now agreeing with us. This isn't like a thing where
They just showed one.
It's on the news now. You're right. It broke 4chan containment. That's it.
I
It's
can't
out.
believe I never thought I'd see normies using like we all know that there was a general feeling, but the fact that they picked up on the phrase, I'm like, oh boy.
Should we read some of the comments? As a black straight male, I'm tired of my people's reckless behavior and playing victims in racism. As a black man, I have a black fatigue regarding the foolishness in our community and that we accept it as normal behavior. Okay. Offended by everything, ashamed of nothing, entitled to everything, attributing to nothing. Oh, God, these are great.
I love how every time a 4chan term like escapes, it gets sanitized too. Like in fatigue became black fatigue.
Yeah.
Boy slop turned into just slop. Like fucking everything gets filtered and then it just gets yay.
But look, you have to, if you're going to get it into the mainstream, you can't call it N fatigue. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little rough to sell. It's hard to sell.
I seen this thread talking about this phenomena the other day, and one of the anons was like, "Man, if only the anti-Semitic memes could make it into the mainstream." And this fucking Brit just replies, "Brother."
That's hilarious.
Tractor had said, cheers, guys, $20. Thank you so much. That's the end of the show for today. Mersh, will you be doing Nightwave?
You're goddamn right.
Pessy, you were next.
Yep.
Virgie, streaming?
Yeah, trying to get a Fallout 4 VR set up.
Oh.
A nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare.
He's going to be doing a week of streams about just setting it up.
My Starlink will be here May 27th.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm in the future now. All right, bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
But like, when you get your Starlink and you have to unplug it and plug it back